We're on the front stretch of the Occoneechee Raceway, and there's an old car out here. We're trying to figure out whose it was, but can't really figure out whose it was. Number 72. So if you want to look that up and see who drove the number 72 back in between 1948 and 1968, that's when the raceway was open. So it's Occoneechee. I'm going to say Orange Speedway because the name was changed to Orange Speedway at one time. So I'm just going to keep saying Orange Speedway from now on because it's a lot easier than the Occoneechee. But this is really cool. There's grandstands over here. It's cool to see the concrete grandstands and the flag stand. It's just really cool to be in a place where NASCAR history was made.
Yeah, try to envision what it looks like in its heyday, and
it's
really hard.
It is hard, and because the grandstand's only right across from the flag stand, I really wonder how much of the racetrack you could see during a race.
Yeah,
not
much.
It's not like today's grandstands. There's not grandstands anywhere else, just on the front stretch.
Yeah.
And there's not very many seats.
No.
I'm kind of curious as to how much it would cost to get into a NASCAR race in 1948.
Yeah. It was
the first year, so hard to tell. But anyway, this segment of the video is brought to you by the number 72 because that's the number on the race car. So where we're at now is up by the grandstands, and it looks like it would have been some type of a concession stand and maybe a press box up top because it is the highest point of the speedway. So if you were a reporter, that would be the best vantage point, even though it's still not a great vantage point. You'd probably call the race from coming out of turn 4 into turn 1 and then just kind of pick them back up when they come around turn 4 again and start reporting from there because you really don't know what's going on the back stretch.
That's the front gate.
There's a picture of what it actually looked like in its heyday when they actually raced here. So you can see there's no pine trees out in the middle. It's all wide open, so all those pine trees have grown in. And then this is what the banking in the back stretch. So it's a little wider than it was now, or it's a little wider then than it is now. And on here is a list of all the drivers who have driven here, all the drivers who have won here. It has a list of how much they won, and then also has a list of how many people were in attendance during those races. So this is pretty cool.
This is really neat.
To see how many people were here, how much they won, see pictures of it back in its heyday. And there's some other people that we didn't mention. Let's see here, who else was on here? Buck Baker was here. We think we mentioned Junior Johnson. David Pearson raced here. Ned Jarrett raced here.
Ned Jarrett won a couple times.
Yeah, Lee Petty won here a couple times. Fireball Roberts won here. Tim Flock won here. And the last race was on September 15th, 1968. And the King, Richard Petty, won that race. So the final race ran here. Richard Petty won $1,600 in prize money that day. And there were 6,700 fans in attendance.
So crazy. Comparing it to NASCAR now is so crazy.
Well, now we're at the Homeland Creamery.
Yes.
It's a dairy farm. And Michael's jumping in the back right here. It's a dairy farm where they have dairy cows and they make their own ice cream. And you can come out here and get some very fresh homemade ice cream from the farm. Shelly just brought us our ice cream. So we're ready to eat.
Cow to table.
Cow to table, fresh. I got the regular chocolate. What you got?
Double dark chocolate.
We're very original. Chocolate and dark chocolate. Shelly got peach. What you got? Cake batter. Oh, cake batter. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting like the vanilla. Yeah. It looks like vanilla, but it's cake batter. So this is the fresh ice cream from the creamery, and I wish you could taste this with us. It was very good, but you can't. So we're gonna go and eat. this is really cool. This is even though it's closed today, so you can't really walk around the whole area, but this field is open, and so this monument marks the place where the very first battle of the Revolutionary War took place in the United States. So lots of history right here. It's out in the middle of nowhere in North Carolina, but it's really cool part of history, and I wish we could see everything, but it's cool to be on this spot and to be able to actually take pictures and see the battlefield where the very first battle took place.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty cool.
It talks about James Hunter. He was the general for the Regulators.
Yeah.
Didn't fare so well for General Hunter.
No, sure didn't.
We'll show you that. Well, we're over here hanging out with Michael and Shelly from Our Epic RV Adventure. We're camped right across from the road from them. But I wanted to share with you real quick. Last night we went to visit friends, old Army buddy, and we were parked at a restaurant, and the truck got hit. So we didn't know how extensive the damage was at first right there on site. And the lady was really like, she was trying to get out of there, to be honest with you. Our waitress, actually, we were sitting outside, and our waitress jumped out and stopped her from pulling out of the parking lot. But way more damage to her vehicle. I don't have any footage of that, but way more damage to her vehicle than it is to ours. So little scuffs. I'll show you the dents on the back of the truck real fast, but it doesn't look like it's super bad stuff. Maybe the backup sensors, but that's really the biggest thing that we're concerned about. So you can see here, that's where she backed in. These are just marks. I mean, it's not actually dented in or stuck in, but just really mostly concerned about this sensor in particular, which is a backup sensor. And this one looks like it came away unscathed. There was a piece of plastic laying up here that belonged to the lady from the car that hit us. But I've looked underneath up here in the brackets and all the wiring, and it seems to all be intact, so it doesn't seem that bad. It's all part of the deal. Stuff goes on when you're out on the road. Really the biggest thing is going to be the inconvenience of the whole deal, because we're going to have to go call the insurance company, and we're going to have to get an estimate and submit it to the insurance company, and then they're going to have to order the bumper. If anything has to be replaced, they'll have to order it. We'll have to probably have that sent to the next couple places ahead of where we're going to be, because we will move once a week or sometimes every 2 weeks, so we kind of have to plan where those replacement parts are going to get sent to and installed. And it's our only vehicle, because when we detach from the fifth wheel, we don't have a vehicle. So it's really just more of an inconvenience thing for us. It's going to be a monetary thing for the young lady that hit us. So but at least no one was hurt. Everything's good. They did a field sobriety test on her because we were at the bar, but she passed that. And so the waitress said that she left the bar looking pretty angry, like kicked the door open and jumped into the car. So maybe she was angry. So lesson to be learned: don't drive angry. Like you heard on Groundhog Day, the movie. Don't drive angry. Well, it's been an amazing week. That word doesn't even do it justice.
I'd say epic.
I mean, yeah, it's been epic, and it really has been our favorite week on the road so far. And normally at the end of the video, I always ask Leslie what her favorite part was, and if we have other people on, ask them what their favorite part was. But I kind of already know.
It's obvious.
It's giving away over $10,000 to Vets United was definitely the highlight of the week for everyone. But it didn't stop there. We had fun the rest of the time. Unfortunately, Jerry and Teresa had to skate back to Oregon a little early, but we have had a great time here with you guys hanging out, and we spent almost every moment together since we pulled in.
They're probably sick of us.
Now we're getting ready to pull out, but it's not goodbye. It's see you later. Yeah. And that's coming to a YouTube channel near you. Yeah.
Not even really see you later. Yeah. See you in a little while.
See you in a little while.
See you in a few.
So it's going to be really, really soon. And you guys got some great, cool stuff coming up, exciting stuff.
Yeah.
What do you guys got coming up?
Hopefully a video showing us I'm closing on the sale of our house.
Yeah.
But we got to get it. We got to get it listed first.
Yeah.
Baby steps.
Baby steps. So yeah, it's been awesome hanging out with Michael and Shelly from Our Epic RV Adventure. If you haven't looked at their channel, please go and do so. We'll leave a link in the description below. And again, like I said, amazing doesn't come close to describing this week.
Yep.
It's just been one of my favorite weeks of my entire life. And like we do at the end of all of our videos, we're going to honor a fallen hero. We appreciate you watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye, everybody.